What is up there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We're going to watch the final episode of this season of Black Mirror today. I want to thank everyone who has been on this journey with us. We thought the show would be bigger.
Yes.
It's not. But hey, for those who have decided to stick around with us, we appreciate you that much more. John, how's it going?
I am great. I'm ready for whatever this is about to be. How are you?
I'm doing well, Johnny boy. Ladies and gentlemen, leave a like. Hold a mirror up to yourself and see that you are holding a like button. Also, full-length reaction watch-along where you sync up with your own copy of Black Mirror available for our super sexy rejects over at our Patreon page. Thank you to everyone who has joined just for this show alone. We've actually gotten a lot of patrons just due to this one series, so thank you very much. We also cover many things over there exclusively with reaction highlights and watch-alongs included, so the show is big enough. Alrighty, guys, let's swing into action.
Huh.
Hell yes.
Definitely in the 70s.
I've never seen such 4K film grain before.
Yes. Digitally rendered to perfectly emulate the look of film.
Cinematography and framing and these zooms are certainly doing the trick.
Somehow already invested in her day. I like getting to know a character just through images.
That's perfection right there. You could be that.
Got a customer.
I'm on my lunch.
Yeah, I can smell that. Mine's in 5 minutes, so if I start with a customer now, it cuts into my break.
So come off yours.
That's Keith Holligan.
So?
So he murdered his wife.
Oh, it was manslaughter.
Surely we don't have to serve him.
Everyone needs shoes, Nita. How about doing your job?
Go help the nice manslaughterer.
I think I'm going to need the 11. I'm large. For my height.
Yeah. Look at that zit. I wonder if that was a character choice.
Sure you can't do a discount.
I'm so sorry, no, we
I'm
can't.
just a bit strapped till the end of the month.
I can put them aside for you.
If you fancy writing down your number, I won't mind.
Oh, yeah, do it. It's nice, like, cheeky editing.
That our nation has suffered through a winter of discontent. Now, they promise us a brighter future. Labour isn't working.
He's a bit bloody young, isn't he?
Michael Smart.
You only have to look around to see it. Rubbish in the streets, crime on the rise, the character of your neighbourhood under threat.
Excellent.
I refuse to think this has anything to do with her race.
So don't just hope for a better future. Vote for one.
It's almost a bar.
As the election nears, polls show Mrs. Thatcher's Conservative Party retains a commanding lead.
You're going to bring your visualizations to life.
And at number 4, right now, here in the studio with the hit Rasputin,
Boney M.
Boney M.
Russia long ago, he was big and strong, and his eyes a flaming glow.
They really don't make him like that anymore.
I understand you're in the habit of eating your lunch in the stockroom. We don't mind. But it's what you're eating.
Oh, God.
You see, most people's food, normal food, it doesn't tend to linger afterwards.
Oh, my.
So if you must eat in there, maybe just bring in a sandwich, like a cheese and ham sandwich. Or just a cheese sandwich, you know, if you're one of those that doesn't do ham.
Oh, my, yes.
Thing is, I did bring a biryani in today.
Well, eat in the street.
Yes. Find an alleyway.
How about the basement?
Even better. Murder. Yeah, you want to do it.
Woof.
Go ahead. Beat her head and do something.
Yes. Woo! Nice.
Hello, what you want?
Cool.
Let's bring some of these mannequins to life. Make them do your bidding. Be like that Doctor Who episode.
So the man who used to work here left paperclip cutouts of his allegations.
Yeah. Of his entire life story. Ooh.
She's looking at the string.
Oh,
Get that string.
Oh, I thought she was looking at the pick.
Oh, I was joking. It's pretty obvious what she was saying. Red herring.
You bond it to it now. Yep. It's marked. It's disconcerting with the mannequins.
Yeah. Well done, show. Well done.
If only you had the internet. Whoa.
Sweet. It's like an evil totem.
Yeah, hi. So, my name's Garp. I'm a demon. You anointed this talisman with your blood, so now we're bound together, eh?
Crush it now and this will all be over.
Oh, man. Don't embrace your darkness.
You anointed the talisman, and the rules are you've got to carry out 3 human sacrifices over the next 3 days, or else the world's going to end. If you want me to help you, you need to permit me entry.
Cool.
You never hear from me again. Like, this didn't happen. Just say yes. Say it. Say it. Come on, say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
These are the kind of notes I would pass in school.
You said yes way too fast. Too much of a pushover.
Oh no. Crew an extra lines. Woo.
Hang on. Is it? Yeah, sorry. My regular appearance is probably a bit much for this realm. Just a sec.
Aww.
This any better for you? I peered into your soul, and apparently this is a physical look you find appealing. So...
Hell yes.
It's blood and bone. You know, you mark the talisman, I don't make the rules. I mean, basically, we need to deliver 3 sacrifices by Mamus. Oh, it's burning skies time.
All right.
Let it burn.
I sense you need some convincing. Let me show you how this will play out. 3, 2, 1...
Whoa.
My apartment's gonna burn down.
And I don't have it insured for disasters.
Nate. Some really good editing.
Yeah.
Hey, to be honest, I don't want the apocalypse to come about any more than you do, so let's stop it happening, you and me. All we have to do is deliver 3 sacrifices in 3 days.
It's really well edited.
Yeah.
That is fewer people than die falling off ladders in the same time period. You'd be less lethal than a ladder. Let's just get kill number 1 under your belt. Start racking them up.
You can stop it because I am not killing anyone.
I can think of at least 2 people you want to kill. 3.
Oh, yeah.
Moral support. So just hold on to that brick. Let's go thwack someone.
What brick?
Well, the one in your hand, love.
Are you all right?
I need a doctor.
You want me to go and call one?
This guy's horrible. Murder him. You'd be helping out the city.
Daughter, her name's Laura. She's 8 years old. Do you know what he does to her? To Laura?
I don't want to know.
He's making all this up.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Do you want to know how the bastard makes her feel? Get a load of this.
Oh.
He could be making all this up.
Still true, yeah.
She kills herself. Age 28, exhausted by the pain and the shame of it.
Okay.
Wowie.
Oh, that poor dog has no idea what's happening. Good thing you waited till you got back to throw up.
Couple more of those and I'll be out of your hair. See? 1 line gone. That's 1 sacrifice registered. 2 to go. You've got a whole day to pick the next one.
So very practical.
What is it, Suze?
It's been a murder.
Missing person.
Boy or girl?
Man.
It's okay, Laura.
This man and this lady are going to help find Daddy.
She doesn't want that. Ooh. Communicating with the eyes.
You're late for work. You are going to have to go in, you know. You can't have people getting suspicious. I mean it. If you don't turn up...
Shut up!
She's evolving.
They said Mum was mad. They'll say it about me. But this time they'll be right. They'll be totally bloody right.
Hey, you're not crazy.
I'm a murderer.
Yeah, but you're not a crazy one.
Perfectly sane, logical murder.
I'm not a bad person.
Oh, no. It wouldn't work if you were. It has to be someone corruptible.
Oh, Jesus.
Calling the police.
What? Why? You know, I know, I get it. You don't want the blood of 3 sacrificial victims on your hands, but if it saves billions...
Trolley problem.
Why would the demon care to save everyone, though?
Carry on, as usual, so the normals don't get spooked, which means, going to work, we can decide who to kill next.
Yeah, make that decision real quick.
I don't care what anyone says. This is shaped up to be my favorite episode.
Yeah, I'm loving it so far.
Yeah.
These two together, man. Oh.
This is a lot of fun.
You look awful.
Front runner for the old... I think.
Nah.
Like, she does steal from the till, you know.
She steals from the till.
She can't stop thinking about the end, though. They can't wait for it to come. You'd be doing her a favour.
Shut up. What was that, love? Nothing.
It's Tim Simons.
Turned up, has he?
He has, sir, but he's dead.
Wow.
Someone's clobbered him, sir.
It's clubbering time.
Oh, nice shot.
What time do you finish?
Depends what time you want to start.
Right now.
I won't want to stop you.
Do you want the apocalypse to happen?
You're in the way.
I love this plot. It's so simple.
Nuclear tension's right.
Oh, jeez.
So rich.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
You know what? No, you're not a nice person. Way too grabby, cut your hands all up.
Hey, you need a blunt object.
Yes. That's you. You're a basher. Dutch courage. Eh?
I don't drink.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
We're going out.
But do you want a drink?
Let's go.
I choose to believe the demon is real, but I like them infusing the real world war tensions.
Yeah.
Because then it makes you question whether or not it's real. This is all just in her head.
There's all sorts of plausible explanations.
Yeah.
Triple scotch, please.
Easy, he's still got work to do.
Actually, make it 2 triple scotches. Thank you.
I don't have to get one for me.
I didn't.
Ooh. He's going to be begging her to stop by the end of this.
About 3 years ago, he thought his wife was cheating.
Hell yeah.
Keith Holligan.
It's funny, it wasn't premeditated, but he did have a hard on when he did it, so...
Whoa. As all
Here we
good
go.
murderers should.
Brace it.
Chug.
You just follow me from Bob. You're a dark horse, aren't you? I've read about girls like you.
Sure you have.
I'm just round corner.
You know what? Home turf, even better.
Not much sense in being shy now.
It's still dangerous for her, though.
Sure.
He could overpower her.
Oh, yeah. What's the demon's going to do if she actually gets killed right now?
It's almost midnight, you're cutting it fine.
What was that?
Can't wait to fuck you.
Tell you what, you get comfy. I'll just go and have a wash down there first.
It is 11:54, 6 minutes left since you asked.
Hit it from behind.
Oh, dude, come on.
You're gonna hit me with that. Always knew something would happen. Ever since I did it.
Oh, wow.
This is what I deserve. I honestly did love her.
At least he's admitting.
It lends the demon some credibility, too.
Just egg her on, man, and she'll do it.
A bad husband.
Yep. Knew this guy didn't live alone.
Jeez.
Get that third one in early.
That has to be one a day.
But if it's like 2 minutes to midnight now, she could just 12:01.
Keith?
No!
No witnesses. He's got to go.
Yeah, get out!
I can't kill another one.
We've seen you now. You have to kill him.
Get out the house!
Whoa.
Do it! It's him or you! Please.
Oh, golly.
So awkward.
Yes. It's real.
Throw it at his head.
Oh, boy.
Is this kill gonna count?
She can get it past midnight. Maybe.
There we go.
Oh, you are a stabber.
I wonder if he's gonna fall on a technicality.
Would not be surprised.
So sorry.
Oh. Oh.
Let's give it another stab.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Just come on. Go ahead and enjoy it.
Check the time.
See.
Damn
Count.
it. I gotta go back and check the time on that scene.
You scored 2 tonight. That 1 a day is just the minimum, but 2 doesn't get you over the line. You've done it.
Oh, so it does count.
See,
I guess. No, yeah.
Nope, he's wrong.
666.
I've got a talisman circa 1926, but the rune face has failed to register one of the sacrifices. I mean, yeah, but what? We... Keith didn't count.
Why?
He's a murderer.
But we've been picking people who deserve it.
I mean, not strictly supposed to do it that way. I thought you'd find it easier.
Oh my God.
Look, basically, anyone who's already been directly responsible for the death of another human being, they're off limits.
Oh, good thing she got 2 tonight then.
I fail my initiations.
Kicked out of demon school. Boo-hoo.
Cast out into a boundless cosmic void.
It's better than Apocalypse.
Infinite nothingness. Absence of matter, of time, of space, light, and sand.
This poor demon.
Alone, in perpetuity, forevermore.
Wow.
Comfort him.
This guy's going through a hard time.
I can't be doing a total innocent.
It's just murders we have to avoid.
You mean people like me? A whole life, I never wished harm on anyone.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, you couldn't have summoned me for my trial if you hadn't. Who pissed you off?
There we go. Might as well.
Here's Nita.
Snap out of it. You can deal with the kid out there. Needs black shoes for a funeral. They pulled his head out of the canal.
You spared her another 5 years of it. A lifetime of therapy, but a lifetime, nonetheless.
I believe in therapy.
Well, Scientology says it's the tools of the devil, so of course.
I insist. Too late. Here we are.
Oh, he can kill his mayor.
Just get all 3.
Well, I said I'd leave you in the hands of our finest assistant, so, Vicky, she could take care of Michael. Michael...
Oh my God, just kill the whole store.
Just bludgeon them all with shoes.
So wait till he comes out, reverse into him. Do you know what I mean? Pin him up against the wall, keep the pedal down till you hear the stomach pop.
National front for me. Don't like how things are changing around here.
Oh my God.
You know why I don't print stop immigration in gigantic letters on my campaign literature? Because look at me.
Looks like Thomas Jane.
You know what I stand for.
Like glamored her.
Do I have your vote?
Yes, sir.
Good girl.
Oh. Oh, you devil.
You haven't got long?
What's his future? Michael Smart?
It's...
Can you show me his future?
I love this.
16,472.
They're not just different, they're inferior.
Having been expelled from the Tories, Michael Smart launched his new Britannia Party.
The rivers of blood are here.
Yes.
Shock victory. Britain has a new Prime Minister.
Traitors! See what's coming! Rising sea, burning sky! We are at war!
Whoa.
Wow.
Why not kill this guy?
Shit.
Ah, he's not one of ours, not literally.
Does Michael Smart qualify or not?
Like, technically, yeah, but...
Then I choose Michael Smart. He's the one and that's that.
Honestly, they are not gonna like it.
But it's within the rules so they can lump it.
Yes. Go.
Oh, he's created someone.
He wants to try an 11. Hurry up. It's gone closing time.
Still's there. Do it yourself.
Yeah. Be harder to spot blood on that thing, too.
You've changed.
Groovy.
Wow.
That'll be the hot new fashion next week.
I were in last night. He's in most nights.
Anything unusual about him?
Well, he killed his wife. Sat on his perch, dragging his pints out. Left around closing time.
And you won't follow him out?
Well, that's all.
Oh no, the other bartender lady.
This Indian lass. Never been in before. Drank 2 triple scotches by herself.
Can you describe her?
Yeah, Indian.
Hey.
Sat over there. Saw her talking to herself. Works in shoes at Possett's.
Damn. I did that. Yeah. Thought that was her face.
Do you mind if I have a word?
Yeah, sure.
Inside?
Invite him in and then kill him.
You were in the pub last night. The 3 Crowns.
To be honest, last night was the first time.
Just around the corner, isn't it?
Well, I don't drink. Not usually. Yesterday was Mum's birthday.
Well done.
Yeah.
Oligans, Keith and Chris.
I've not heard of them, I'm afraid.
Looks like you served him at work a few days ago.
Oh.
We get so many in the door. To be honest, by the end of the day, I hardly recognise myself.
So you didn't see him?
I certainly didn't notice him. So sorry I wasn't more help.
I'm impressed. He didn't bite that.
Let's hurry then. Smart, are we finishing your speech?
You're gonna be getting followed.
Yeah. Gotta have a back door or something.
This election may decide our fate, but that fate is ours to decide. So don't just hope for a better future.
Vote for one.
Get him.
Got a bad feeling about this. I'm driving gloves. So fancy.
Oh, that'd be so perfect. Just push him into the train.
I know. Floor it. Italian job.
Perfect.
Bollocks.
You're an officer of the law. Just get out and badge the train.
Man, I want her to get away with it.
You know, it's not too late to just find someone else.
Shut up!
I'm just saying, it would be much easier for me if you just found someone else and...
You're not going to help, then piss off.
Fine.
I mean, if she's going to do it, she wants to feel justified. And that she's providing justice.
I wonder if she's just going to drive right into him. Maybe she doesn't want to live through this.
God's teeth.
God's teeth. Yes. Wow.
Make sure the deed is done before the cop gets there. Hurry, run, run.
Well, help me then.
Hurry. Stop milking it.
Yeah. damn it. No.
Put it down.
I have to do it.
It's not right. You know it's not.
If I don't do this by midnight, there'll be a war.
We'll deal with that if it comes to it.
Oh.
God, I'm sorry.
No. It's okay.
Oh, we were so close.
Each time you sacrifice someone, it got registered on the talisman, is that right? This is a talisman, yeah?
No.
It's gone normal now. Before it...
Was it just in her head?
The demon who told you to do all this, and what did he look like?
Like a monster at first. Then he turned into the man from Boney M.
Oh, no.
Tell her why he did that. It'll make more sense.
Insanity plea.
My mother feels sorry for her.
No matter how much sympathy you might muster for a personal situation, this family's mourning.
You hear that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Burn it all.
Where you at, Gap? You already off in the void?
Just got word they are casting me out. Eternal oblivion.
I'm so sorry.
Do you want to come with me?
Oh, that'd be nice.
They don't say anything about a human companion.
Into eternal oblivion.
Oh, no, it's much worse than that. It's with me.
True damnation.
I'll give it a go.
Aww. Oh.
I bet you feel really bad now, huh?
Yeah.
Should let that man die.
Jesus Christ, lift me.
Wow.
That's awesome.
How sweet.
I love this.
Toby Haynes, I know that name.
I don't hear anyone really talk about that episode, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite one. I know for sure. That's 100% my favorite one. And that has the least to do with technology.
Yeah, what is there? There's a receipt machine that they used to track her link to that one guy.
They just went completely supernatural with that one.
Yeah.
Or the technology of nuclear war and all that, which is a technological advancement, sure.
Yeah.
But it's a cool alt history take. That was fun. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I love such a simple premise that is all about the nuance and the relationships. And finding this optimistic ending at the end for her, because it's like the whole world gets doomed. But I'm so aware we're living in an alternate reality with this show that I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Burn the world. Don't care. Burn it all down. I just want to see her be happy.
Yeah.
And then at the end they get it. And they have incredible chemistry, those two. Just the perform, and they both get an arc.
Yeah.
I could not believe what I was watching. That was so well done.
Yeah.
I could give a shit if people don't like it. That was awesome.
No,
that was really awesome, with some awesome stylish flourishes throughout. 45-second opinion done. John, what'd you think?
Yeah, no, I love the way this snaked through tones and really just relished in the question mark of its, whole central premise. Like, you start out with what clearly feels like, okay, we're homaging some kind of paranoid 70s satanic movie. But I thought their subversions to and twists on that tone worked nicely to establish something that embodied both the twisted humor and the foreboding, doomishness that Black Mirror can often come with, but in a totally other way. And yeah, like to have this central relationship that starts out in such a, with such, opposition and tension that then, goes through all these shifts and power changes until the point where they're finally both at the end and resigned, and it becomes this sort of twisted little love story. I thought it was beautiful, and like, this season has been in some ways more fantastical thus far, but I like what they've been doing with those fantastical elements. And something like this I think plays nicely because it's something you'll hear echoed, like, oh, this person who killed such and such amount of people like was convinced of some kind of apocalypse scenario or some message from a higher or lower power. And I thought their trade from her living in the oblivions of life to them living together in the oblivions of the afterlife, like eternal damnation, but also like, getting off kind of easy away from the rest of the world. Yeah, so it was like so sweet while also being really harsh and nasty and stomach churning at points, the way again I think Black Mirror does. And two, I think while they're not necessarily always leading with like the commentary this season, I still think that there are, like, this episode has a lot of nice and interesting and harsh flourishes of just the political spectrum circa the 70s and the Cold War and things like that, but also things that are certainly relevant to the here and now, like as much as it feels removed from now, it also doesn't.
No, I don't think it feels. I don't think it feels removed at all, and especially with what the person running for mayor was, his whole diabolical plan and his big end game going down the road. They interspliced it with footage that looked modern day, and then footage that looked futuristic at the same time, of what the kind of political wars they would ultimately land into due to this one guy, and that. I think once he lived, I was like, okay, this has got. They did have me fooled for a hot minute. It was when the clock turned midnight, and then nothing happened, which was gonna bum me out. I wanted it to be real. I wanted everything to end. I wanted the world to incinerate.
Yeah.
So when it did come around to that, I was relieved, but I had an inkling that because he lived, I was like, okay. Yeah, this has to be real. But I do like that it plays on the whole thing of like a Joker, or even what was that Scientology riff movie that Paul Thomas Anderson did?
Oh, The Master?
Yeah, kind of like The Master. Both Joaquin Phoenix performances, but also a bit of like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. This innocent, timid, but not Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is not that, but the archetype of a innocent, timid character who arcs into embracing her own inner demons and then finds confidence within herself by the end of the journey. I think is a great character arc that I found very believable, and every little moment of her seemed like you knew where the trajectory of her performance was headed. It could have gone down a path where she just becomes completely sadistic and just really wants to kill and becomes
a badass.
Becomes a badass or becomes very diabolical. It could have gone down a whole number of paths that went to a further extreme, but they managed to, even though she murdered, they managed to maintain her humanity and a moral compass within that, while letting that darkness also live on the surface as well. So they kept it in this complex gray area that I was really impressed by what they landed her with, because I thought they might have landed her on a much darker spot. As I liked how she was even pushing away Gap. What's his name? Gop, huh?
Gop, I think.
Gop. I like how she kept pushing Gop away as she wanted to murder this guy. He even had to be on his own, and he was even feeling rejected. And I loved his performance of how he was just the new guy in this demon world and was just trying to prove himself. So he had like this charming, affable quality to him, who tried to oversimplify things and didn't push his desperation to get this done too much. Like, he just tried keeping it lighthearted the whole time. It was refreshing. It's this kind of dynamic I feel like I've seen in other B movie horror films, not exactly, specific one-to-one, but normally they would go for a little bit more of a dread heavy and make that guy a lot more serious and stoic and maybe just like sinisterly charming. And they didn't do any of that. They flipped everything on its head.
Yeah.
And they even had this. I never really thought about it because the first time I ever really understood that there was a large Indian population in Britain was when we saw Bennett like Beckham. And so I wasn't really attuned to anything historical or present at all going on. I was like, we're like fucking like 10 or 11 or something when that movie came out, so I didn't really know anything. And that was when I first became attuned to it, and I didn't ever really factor in what the racism experience and oppression must have felt like for them. And so they had all these neat ingredients in this little boiling pot recipe to make you go, there's a lot of justifications of how she could have just gotten pushed to a breaking point and just blaming it on them. They even set up this little tease about they thought my mom was crazy, but I'm actually crazy. It was smart. It was really, really smart. I think even though they don't lead with commentary most of the time, they still lead with the character. And they did an excellent job here and use its aesthetic and backdrop of 70s horror exploitation-ish vibes. I thought it was just going to be gimmicky at the beginning, and then it made me forget about all that.
The second the demon speaks for the first time, I was like, okay, like, you know, you're either gonna lose me or not, and I think, something like that, you know, you think of demons as one thing, and so the easy undercut is to have him, you know, talk Cockney and you know, like anybody else. But I thought that they actually managed to, like, I loved the tunes of his performance because he really towed a nicely sort of murky line between charm and manipulation, and that I think fuels so much of the question mark again of, you know, is this real? Is this not real? Is he just trying to egg her on to, you know, corrupt her spirit, and all that talk about you needed to be a corruptible person, not beyond corruption and not already completely corrupted, and touching on things that are sort of latent. You know, it's like she has those fantasies about, you know, bashing her coworker's head in, or the, you know, boss, the, you know, manager of their shoe department or whatever, and, you know, acknowledging that exists within, and going so far as to find where it fits almost within her personality, or how she might look if she embraced it without just going full on absurd, like just like the fantasy, you know, like violent rage, and then doing like gore for the sake of gore. Like, I thought this episode managed to have like the kind of shocking thrills and the sort of grindhouse flourishes that you would like, but also it never got lost in just having too much fun with those things. And like, that whole bit between the politician and the other girl, you know, the crappy, you know, super mean shoe sales girl or whatever, like that whole thing where he's just explaining to her that, like, like the system only works in this one particular way, sort of, and I'm gonna take those values and I'm gonna snake them my way into, you know, my best chance of actually winning, of gaming the system. And I just thought it was funny that they made so much out of that character and whether or not you could take him out and kill him. And I love that morality play turns into like a true sort of inversion, because it's like she could just kill her coworker, she could just kill the manager, but, you know, like, it's like, how can I take this curse and make it as like effective in a positive way as I can, or at least use it to remove that much more suffering? Like, how can I make this Charlie problem work for me? And I thought that was a great scene, because it is like something that you could easily kind of lose to the strangeness of the moment. But then it's like you have this actual demon, this guy who's actually in a very physical way towing that murky line of charm and manipulation, but in like an overtly evil way. Whereas like, the demon, it does kind of pose like a fun sort of question mark as well about, who's the lesser of the evils here and whatnot. But just like their interactions back and forth and the changing of their dynamic, just every beat was so lovely. And their harmony and watching as they trade kind of in who's doing more of the talking and having more of the confidence is just so gradual and nicely handled.
Yeah, and I love the cop too. The cop was very sympathetic, empathetic, and you could feel this. You can feel the experience in the most simplistic terms, I would say. You can feel the horrors this guy has witnessed, and obviously he's one of the few who's not racist in the characters that we follow. And I love the nuance to his performance. He's got to catch the killer, but there's this part of him that can understand, even without knowing much. He can connect with her in an unspoken manner, just find bits of information and conclude a possible history as to why this person is the way they are and what might even lead this person to do what they do. In a way that was very effective, and he starts off as like a guy who doesn't really give a shit to an individual who gives the most shits. And I thought that was really well executed. I think they inhabited this world really well. I think each episode here presented a fervent eye to it all. I thought there was a lot of passion on display from beginning to end. The one that had the most just fun, like Streamberry, while I think is the most talked about one.
It's the most on the nose.
That's actually my least favorite. The first one was actually my least favorite of them all. And then I would probably go with Beyond the Sea. I would go with, I would say that in order from favorites, I would go with this one, Beyond the Sea, Loch Henry.
Yeah, Maisie Day.
And then Joan is Awful. Yeah, that would be my ranking, my personal ranking of them all. I think that I thought it was a great season, and each episode truly left an impression on me.
And I think just looking at the whole thing, even though it's an anthology, I thought the different lengths, I thought each episode was proportioned well unto itself. And a lot of people have slagged off Maisie Day, especially for being like, short and like the least deep. But even that one, I thought like nicely inhabited what it was supposed to be. And for a season like this with a couple feature-length episodes, I'm like, do one Lean and Mean, do one that's like an actual, dramatic feature, and then do something like this that is like both fun and filled with abandon, but also, focused and graceful in surprising and unexpected ways. And like, for a season, again, that seems like it's wanted to change some things or at least try some new flavors out. I thought that was a successful experiment kind of across the board. And I thought that a lot of the principles I have kind of just been taking from these changes have been sort of well embodied by this episode across the board in particular.
Well, guys, what did you think about Black Mirror? What would be your favorite of the 5? Leave your thoughts down below. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like. Thank you for everyone who joined us on this journey. But before we go, let's end this with a Patron.
Lex, I think you would make a good demon, and I would listen to all of your input and advices. And, I like to think that I'm a relatively, morally inclined person. But if anybody could corrupt me, I imagine that it would be you, all right? You're persuasive, you're friendly, but who knows what you could be thinking and what you could be latently influencing me to do. And I like, not to have too much culpability for my own circumstances and decisions. So if I could just pawn all that stuff onto you, and, I know you'll have my back, if I'm ever caught or anything like that. So I think could be the start of a beautiful friendship, a beautiful working relationship. So, I'm just putting that out into the universe. Take some of my blood, and let's make a pact that, you'll stay. That'll be the thing, is like you'll stay pledged, but for your pledge money, I'll sacrifice anybody you want. And that's a fact, Jack. You can take that to the bank. We love you, my dear, and stay well. We'll talk soon. Pieces.